X11. Wayland and X11 are two different display server technologies that allow you to see your desktop and manage the windows that each application and tool generates on the desktop. They have a lot in common, but they've also got their differences. X11 has been in use since 1987. The reality is that it's been developed over a very long period of time and still has many legacy components within its code that make it hard to develop further. Part of this legacy structure is the client-server model it employs to render Windows. And long ago, a server would handle all rendering requests. A rendering workstation would receive the graphics and windows the server created. Since X11 is primarily a display protocol, it was designed to render graphics over the network. The client's applications need to communicate with the X11 server before the window manager or compositor can generate the window that is needed for the application to render properly. This is reliable, but very slow by today's standards, and when comparing it to newer systems like Wayland. Wayland uses a simple, modern approach, client-side rendering. This cuts out any server-type component that acts as a middleman and lets the application communicate directly with the compositor that it wishes to render a window for. This makes load times much quicker in theory and is technically easy to implement thanks to a simplified codebase. Make no mistake that Wayland is looking to replace X11. It's not a downloadable program, it's a standard or specification that needs to be adopted by window managers and desktop environments. It's designed to be easier to use than X11. Wayland is trying to create a new way of managing your graphical system and how you interact with it. And they're aiming to be easier to integrate into Linux systems with more straightforward code. So why use Wayland instead of X11? Well, the most obvious reason is the reduced latency between opening an application and having it render on your desktop. Wayland makes tasks like dragging windows, resizing, or switching to full screen feel that much more smooth and modern. Another reason is simpler code. The code that has been written for this protocol also gives it a performance edge over X11. And security. Wayland's been designed with security in mind, and it's not vulnerable to the same types of attacks as X11. So, which is best? As things stand, X11 is probably still a better choice, just from a compatibility perspective. It's been in use for a very long time by computing standards. It's reliable and it's stable. Now, stability, though, comes at a performance cost. If you're running systems that rely on legacy applications, then X11 will be the better choice for you. If you're looking to experiment and try something new, then Wayland is a great way to do just that. It won't take up as many resources on your system, although modern systems seem to handle X11 just fine. Ultimately, it comes down to what you want to do with your graphical system, what kind of environment you'll be running your system in, and compatibility between your applications and Wayland. So test it out and see what works best for your specific needs. Both have their pros and cons, but it's really going to come down to what makes sense for you. Thanks for watching. If you're looking to get your IT career started, or just want to browse around our library, sign up for a free CBT Nuggets trial. Explore our courses, take our practice exams, and get studying for your certifications.